Hello everyone, and welcome once again to another program of Primetime. I'm your host, Beverly. The NIA, which is the National Institute of Arts, organizes a yearly competition to France, and so they did great things this year, and we've invited them in our studio today to talk about that experience. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back, for this is Primetime.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're covered when your house gets flooded, getting your settlements quickly and fairly when a fire hits your home, and making sure your business can keep going even after an accident happens on site. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
As I mentioned in my opening, today we have in our studios members of the National Institute of Art, which we know as NIR, and the founder and co-director, which is Miss Clara Reyers. And the students recently returned from France, where they took part in a competition, and they also did very well. So we thought it would be great to give the kids some face time and to share a little bit about their experiences. So joining me in studio today is Miss Clara Reyers. She's a founder and co-director, and we have the ever-talented Ray Angel Simon, and he is part of the National Institute of Arts, and he also attended Charlotte Brookson. Thank you very much for joining me on the program. So tell me, Clara, so how did this go this year? Because you said since 2005 you've been participating in this competition out in France.
Actually, yes. Actually, the competition started when we had in Bali Dance School.
Right.
We used to compete first in Guadeloupe. And then if you won on the regional level, that time Ray Angel was like about 5 or 6 years old. And we won, I think he placed third. It was you, Diaro, Jeremiah, and Simon Spainches.
They were so many years, I remember all the names. Really
and they
good.
were a hit. When they arrived in Guadeloupe, the people couldn't believe I walked into this competition with 4 male dancers. Because, dances heavy female dominated. So they placed, I think, third and second in that competition. And then over the years, we kept trying out for the competition, because it's a regional competition that takes place in the French territories, throughout the Caribbean and the Europe. And then over the years, as we progressed and we got better, we once you win on the regional level, you then are able to compete on the national level.
Which is in France.
Totally. And this year the competition took place in Champagne, France. And we went with 8 students, which was the largest amount ever that qualified to travel to France. So we went to France and we compete, and first you had to win on the regional level, which took place in Sandy Ground Cultural Center on
I remember that.
April. Right.
I remember seeing that.
And we placed gold medals there, and by winning gold, then you get to travel to France, where you compete against all other gold medal winners. And this is what the story is about. So then we went to France, and the competition had 4,000 competitors.
4,000?
Yes.
Wow, so you could almost be lost in the crowd.
Well, it's held over 3 days.
Yeah, okay.
So it was quite a number of people.
So Angel, tell us about your experiences in France with the competition.
It was, I would say, nice. Not what I expected at all. At first, I wasn't happy with the results. But then after long talks from our co-director, you gain a sense of gratitude for
reaching there in the first place. Yeah. So tell us, you are well known in the community as a very artistic and creative student. And so how do you do that? How do you balance that and then school also?
My school has a lot of, not a lot of free time, but I make a lot of free time with completing work earlier. So this way I can catch up on other stuff for the academic, and then from 5 throughout the afternoon and night, spend my time with Nia.
Yeah. So you're very creative, artistic. What is the area that you like the most?
From dance?
Yes, whether it's dance. I know you do dance. I know you do acting. I know you do reciting of poems. I've followed you over the years, so I know all what you're doing. Which one is closest to your heart?
I'd have to say dance, because I'm more experienced in that.
Yeah, you like
than
that.
others. Yeah.
And so, where do you see your future? Because you're in third form, you're going to fourth form. What you would like to do? What's your goal?
My goal, I actually want to go into the law field, but I don't want to throw away the arts either. So I'm still deciding how we're going to.
How you're going to balance that? Yeah.
You know, you can do both, because the reality is, when we train our students, we don't expect them all to become professional performing artists.
Right.
Our goal is to simply awaken the artist in them. And then, so you are an artist. You could be an artist lawyer, an artist doctor, and it just means that you have a deeper connection to the fullness of yourself. You know, I tell everybody every day, my doctor plays the piano. He's a beautiful, gifted artist, but he chose the medical profession to make his living.
All right. So tell us some of the things you got to see and experience in France.
Cold weather.
Tell us about the competition. Was it really tight? Tell me. Was it really competitive out there?
The dancers were really on a high level. For my level, it was really higher than I expected. So it made me a little nervous, you know. But I still went out there and.
But it didn't make you try to step up to the plate?
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
So you think you have a lot more to learn?
A lot.
Yeah. And so was this your first time going to France?
This was my first time, yes.
Yeah. So what would you tell some of the dancers you have at National Institute of Arts at NIA about your experience? What do you say to them who haven't experienced France yet? What would you say? What would you tell them about your experience?
Don't look at me.
I would say it's something not to forget. You know, it's something that you're going to come back to St. Martin and want to try again to do. So you'll work harder.
So you would like to do it again next year? Yeah. How long have you been performing? At what age?
I remember him at 4, actually, if not younger. I mean, I remember him being at Motions as a child, and then pretty much from the age of 4, he's been fully immersed in this world. You know, he's almost a veteran. He's 10 years in the business.
Yes.
You know.
And so what do your classmates and your peers say to you about the talent that you have?
Good job.
Yeah.
You know, I guess.
Yeah. And so your mom is able to balance to take you around to all the performances and all the...
My mom and my dad.
Big support.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's very lucky in that regard.
Yeah, I see that. I see the big support. And so we thank you very much for joining us. We have more of dancers coming up in the program. And so we'll take a break and then we come back. We'll have Ray Angel leave us and then we will bring 2 other dancers and they will talk about their experiences. Stay tuned and we'll be right back for This Is Prime Time.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 Fun Mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of Fun Miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free Fun Miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles from within your reach.
At Travel Planners, we love what we do. Every day we help our clients plan their vacations, from honeymoons to family reunions, trade shows to conventions, school trips to sports tournaments. Our agents at Travel Planners can help you make better, wiser decisions on travel destinations and cruises and find you the lowest fares. Make some memories with help from Travel Planners in Phillipsburg and on the Airport Road, Simpson Bay. Visit our website at Planners SXM and like us on Facebook at St. Martin Travel Planners. We take care of all your travel needs.
A cruise is a great adventure. Not only for passengers, also for us. The Port of St. Martin. Our port always reflected the needs and aspirations of the time. From the first to the 1.75 millionth passenger in 2013. Our cruise story started in 1963 with our first cruise passenger. 50 great years later, 20 million passengers later, thousands of cruise berths later, we've become the leading port in the Caribbean. 50 fantastic years. Like a dream. The dream of Port St. Martin lives on and reinvents itself every day. The best is yet to come.
Welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. This is Prime Time and we are highlighting members of the NIA, that's the National Institute of Arts. They've recently returned from Paris, taking part in the competition there and doing very well. So now we have joining us, we have Leanne Borsha, and she is your #1 dancer.
Well, she's definitely a stellar part of our team of dancers. You know.
And so Leanne, tell us, you went the first time, the second, and this was your third trip?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, I did. My first competition was in 2013, and then was it 13?
We skipped a year.
Yeah, and then you skipped a year, and then you had 15.
Well, anyways, I did 3 years of the competition, and all my experiences were really great. The first year I was like extremely nervous. I was a little baby then, and when I did the competition for the first time, that was the first time I really went away to do something abroad and put myself out in the world like that, and just be able to experience other dancers and see how the level is out there in the world. And it's intense.
Yeah.
So every year that I got to go, it was a different experience, and this year was even great because I was able to go with more of my fellow dancers, and it was fun, you know.
Is the competition really tough out there?
Yes, it is. And this year the competition was even tougher compared to last year.
See, what happens is we enter in an amateur category. So when you compete on the regional level, the judges decide to move you out of your level. So the argument that we have against it is that we're not rehearsing countless hours in one discipline. We're rehearsing, certain amount of areas. But they said, no, we have to move them up. So then the older they get, the tougher the competition gets. And they're competing against dancers who are professionally trained dancers. And that's not to take away from what we do, but it's a whole other level. So they're challenged. And she holds her own against them. So that's the most important thing.
You beat them all? You got first prize?
This year I got first prize with congratulations from the jury. So in the pre-professional category.
Wow. So what's next? I know you're in 5th form, you're doing final exams and getting ready to move on.
Yes,
so tell us about that dream that's coming up.
Well, in August I'm moving to Amsterdam to attend the Amsterdamse Hogeschool voor de Kunsten.
And that in English is?
The College for Performing Arts in Amsterdam.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
So how did you get in there? Did you have to send videos for them? How do you apply?
Well, the good thing is they have a pre-program.
Yes.
And it's run by Percy Kruithoff, who is one of the head of departments, and he's from St. Martin.
Martin, right, I know.
So he came to St. Martin, I think, last year, and he sort of kind of did a scouting for us.
Yes.
So this year, Leanne went to Holland.
Yeah, I went to Holland, and I went there in March, and I was able to audition as well as at Code Arts in Rotterdam, and I made it through to the first round and stuff, but I didn't go through to the second. But it was a good experience for me because that was my first time in a real audition live. I've never done anything like that.
You got a feel of what they're looking for.
Yes. So that really helped me. And then after that, I was able to go to speak to Percy and really speak to him and just kind of see what I want to do with my dancing career. And he kind of like opened up my eyes to say, like, come into his program so I'll be able to just kind of discover myself and to see what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I have a year to kind of experience new things and find myself.
And then decide exactly what you want to do.
Right.
So your height, Are you one of the tall dancers because you have a beautiful body for your height? You think that gives you a little advantage over the others?
Not really. I mean, it looks nice, but it's a lot of work for me because everyone moves really quickly, and it takes a little longer for my limbs to move.
Right.
So
tell me about daily training at home here. What's your schedule like?
Well, I study all the time in the morning, and it kind of just depends. If I have a rehearsal or something, then I would go to dance early, but my schedule usually starts from 5 until like 8:30.
And so to go for the competition, there was a lot of practicing and so?
Totally. In addition to her regular classes, we have to rehearse additional hours to learn new choreography to prepare for this competition. So it's always extra work.
So Leanne, you would like to see yourself in the future as a professional dancer or as a second to something else that you'd like to do, or are you still trying to figure it out?
No, for now I want to do dancing, but like after my career is kind of done or whatever, I want to do hotel management.
That's the area you'd like to get.
Yeah.
Now let's go back to you and ask you the cost of a trip, because you've been doing this for so long and taking the kids, as you said, for the last 3 or 4 years to France. How do you swing this?
Well, with a lot of parental support. We had an amazing team of parents that really went out and assisted in raising money. The community came together very well. I mean, we really had a ton of support. On average, something like this costs about $20,000, which covers airfare, room and board, tuition. Eating, train transportation. You pay to enter the competition. You pay for extra rehearsals. So it's quite costly. But it's very necessary, because one of the things that motivates us is either you don't want the child to get island famous or be the big fish in a small pond.
Right.
It's very necessary that they put themselves in another arena and understand what's out there. So I think for us as a dance institution, it's very important that we keep them current with what's happening in the universe, what's happening in the world, so we don't get caught up.
That's very important. And so Leanne, tell me, your mom is always picking you up, dropping you, picking you up. Great support from your mom.
Yes.
And she's
I
encouraging
mean, she tries to drop me off and pick me up as much as she can.
Are you driving as yet?
Me?
No.
Not
yet. And so, how's your mom feeling that you're going off now to Amsterdam?
She's gonna miss me.
She will. You glad to go?
I'm excited too. I just want to leave. I want to go
I
out
think
there.
emotionally, Leanne has left the building.
She's
still here physically, and we're very grateful. Like I keep mentioning to everybody, this is her farewell tour for us in St. Martin.
Yes.
It's a bittersweet parting, but we are so happy that she's able to go to another arena.
Right, and that's great. So, Leanne, we wish you all success.
Thank you.
The best, and we know that you're going to do great things out there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Don't forget to subscribe us on Facebook and on YouTube. Like us, like the program. We'll see you back in a moment. The Daily Herald is my first source for up-to-date information and news. Putting together this program of prime time requires research and knowledge of current events. For local news, regional and international news, do read the Daily Herald.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
And now in our final segment, we have Zakel Phipps. And as you said, as Leslie was saying too, he's an all-rounder. He's good in all the areas. So Zach, tell us about your experience in France.
Well, it was my first time in Europe, so it was a new experience for me. I mean, I meeting new people, and I was a little intimidated by the level.
Of course.
And also by the level of some of my fellow dancers, because like I am one of the new dancers of MIA. Yeah.
And then they are fully
and they've been dancing
professional?
for like over 10 years
Yeah.
and for a number of years. So yeah.
That was a little challenge for you.
Yeah.
But how you thought you overcame that fear? You just did your best.
Yeah, I just did what I have to do.
Yeah. So how long have you been performing?
Since I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I started in a musical, and I just kept on from there.
So which is your best treat? Dancing, singing, performing, drama? Which is the area you think that you... I know that they said that you're great in all, but there has to be one that you think that you're really good in.
I'd say I'm better at dancing because I don't do the others as much. So, yeah.
So, Clara, tell us about his scholarship.
Yes,
with
Zakel
Nia.
is a recipient of the Prince Bernhard Culture Fund scholarship.
Yeah.
When they came to the island last year, they gave a donation. I think that's when Indira won the award.
Right.
But they gave to all the different foundations, they gave a donation. And then we wrote a letter about Zach, and having read his letter, they decided that they wanted to supplement his scholarship.
Yes.
So they gave a full scholarship for him to attend this last year, 2016, 2017. So it paid off because he was able to take additional classes, and that additional training is what propelled him forward to be able to be
To go to
eligible
France.
to compete in the competitions.
And so, Zach, were you involved a lot in the fundraising and so to get to go to France?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like at every fundraiser.
Cupcakes and all that stuff.
We didn't have, I don't think we had
car wash.
Car washes.
The car wash.
A lot of car
Party.
washes. Yes. Yeah. So tell us, what's your future? Because right now you're at the academy school. And which form are you in?
Fourth form.
In fourth form. So just now you're in fifth form, and you also have to be thinking about your future as Leanne is getting ready to leave. What about you? What's your prospects? What you thinking?
I want to go into art, but I also want to do something science related. So I was thinking on doing a merge of both, doing art therapy or physiotherapy. So
you're good in sciences in school?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. I like to hear that they said yes. So how do you balance that? School, dance, performances, practices?
I guess it's just priority. You set timetables. You basically manage your time properly.
Do you kind of make sure you do your homework before you go out to the...
Yeah.
The teachers are listening. Yes. You try to... And the grades are good? Report grades are good? Yeah, so all right.
He's lucky.
He's lucky.
Yes, because I don't play. I mean, for me, I want to dispel the myth, dancers are not intelligent people.
Right.
And most people, all the parents do this during exam time. Always exam, they put
He
the
can't come to
first
practice
thing.
because you have exam.
And in reality, it's just the opposite. Dance or any of the arts support holistic development. It's interdisciplinary. If you're into Howard Gardner theory of multiple intelligences, you know that the arts really tap into areas that really awaken you to the fullness of yourself. Right. So for me, it's necessary for them to excel at school, and I must say that they all are incredible students. So it makes my job
easier,
so much easier that they are all excelling in academics as well.
Is discipline very high on your list?
Ask them. Let them answer you. Let them answer you.
So Zach, she doesn't play?
No.
No. At all. I hear that. You gotta do what you have to do.
I can't afford to. I have some very amazing teachers in my life. So whenever I do something, I'm always holding myself to a higher standard, wondering what my teachers would say about what I'm doing. So consequently, art is my religion and is non-negotiable, and I really want to put dance on a level, just the arts in general. As you can see, we leave St. Martin, we get to an international arena, and we are competitive. Right. So it's very necessary that we do that.
So tell us about the merger that you had recently.
Well, basically, that was the purpose. When Motions and Imbali came together was to create a platform where we can elevate the arts and do more with the arts. And by bringing the two schools together, we have over 19 teachers that work with us in all various disciplines, anything from dance to drama to theater to vocals. And we're really trying to create that center where art is happening and art making is possible, and not just entertainment, really investigative and high caliber art, so that these kids can leave St. Martin and go in any direction and feel comfortable knowing that they were well trained.
I know, Zach, now that you're back and we know that the school year is almost finished, do you have any performances coming up?
Well, coming up, we have our recitals coming up, the Magic Blue, well, it's called Magic Blue, on the 23rd and the 24th of June. And yeah, that's
You have a big part in that? Big part to play?
I have.
Are you a principal dancer there?
He has numerous roles.
Yes. And all in dancing, anything in just dancing?
This year we didn't do any vocals necessarily.
No.
But do you also sing well?
Absolutely. Oh, that's for him to answer.
Do you sing?
Yeah, I do.
What kind of, who is your favorite artist?
I have numerous.
Yeah.
So.
Anybody on the, what about Bruno Mars? Like him?
No.
What about, okay, all right, what about The Weeknd? Like him?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, those are the guys I listen to, sorry. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Joy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And what you're doing with the kids at MIA.
Thank you.
We so need this in our community, that we focus really seriously on the arts also. Academics is the top of the list, but also we need to mix it, because not every child is academically inclined. And so it's great that you're giving these kids that kind of experience and exposure.
Thanks.
Thank you. So, Zach, you looking forward to going to France next year again?
Yeah.
You think you'll be ready?
Yes.
Better ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All the best and good luck. This has been Primetime. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week, and don't forget you can view this program on YouTube and Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next week, and may God bless you.